Hey, so how's everyone doing today? I'm going to do a live stream of this indie hacker landing page. That's my usual spot where I go and find content as much as I can, analyze, and this is being done live on YouTube right now. So it's a bit of a different approach as to what I usually do with um usually I will like create um, a recording of my desktop with my voice over in real time, and then I will upload it to you. And for a change today, I wanted to try something a little bit different. So here we are. Let's take this for a spin. So the first thing I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna add some background music, just because how we like it, and I'm gonna try and turn it down to an acceptable level. That is maybe something like that. That should be all right. So let's get started. So where do we start today? So we have a few posts here, and let's take a look at this one. So this one post is by Tony, rolling an automation as a service. Keeping it short, our product is ready for customers and have been tuning the landing page to capture more conversion. Trove.io. I don't think I've ever reviewed this one. A lot of times I end up reviewing products twice because they get resubmitted to the indie hackers community, but hopefully this isn't one of them. So let's take a look. So all we know from reading this is this is a product for rolling an automation, which already gives it away, right? Because when I read the H1 and it says simplify your data pipeline, Trove runs the infrastructure and code necessary to scrape the web at scale. Like, no one really knows, unless they're like into data, what a data pipeline is, right? Like, they can only guess your data pipeline. Like, this is very, very enterprisey. People, like, during meetings with like CEOs and CITOs and engineers and product, they talk like, oh, we need a data pipeline to like grab the latest information, whatever. But like, if you're a normal guy like me, that, you know, okay, if you're not a normal guy like me, rather, if you're just not too much into tech and you're more of a founder or marketing person, then you probably don't know what a data pipeline is. So if you're just doing research on behalf of somebody, this headline would not help you understand what this company is trying to sell you. Luckily, and I hope that the people behind Trove are trying to target just, data people with the tech background, and all of their lingo makes sense. So simplify your data pipeline. People would start by asking, how? Like, is this a good hook? What do you think? That is definitely an okay hook. Simplify your data pipeline, and then you are automatically inclined to want to read the second part. So then it says Trove, which is the company name, runs the infrastructure and code necessary to scrape the web at scale, which in my opinion, this is such a better explanation of what Trove does than simplifying your data pipeline, right? This is so specific, like, we help you scrape the web, and then Trove runs the infrastructure and code necessary to scrape the web at scale. Now you would say, oh, but you're repeating scraping the web twice. Right, but at least you would know from reading that header, the H1, what the service is about, right? Because simplify your data pipeline could be literally a billion things, literally. So, and that was definitely not a billion as a number. Now, I can sign up or learn more. Like, obviously, I would never sign up. I have no idea why would I sign up here, right? I can learn more. So what happens is I get thrown a few sections below, and it says the data infrastructure for your business. Okay. How is it the data infrastructure? With Trove, you can, that's what gets answered here. With Trove, you can move faster and get the data you need to get ahead. Okay, so why can I move faster? Well, good question. It's not really explained. So here instead, it says not why I can move faster, but rather what I can get by using Trove. And I guess these are linked, right? Like if you get these things, then you can move faster. Competitor intelligence. You have a competitors and you need to stay ahead. Growth hacking. Start generating leads. This is that's such a bullshit term, let's be honest. Growth hacking, nobody uses that word, you know, it's kind of like dead. It's been dead for a while, but whatever. And more. This is like what I really don't like in this kind of like enterprisey, or, you know, definitely not for like small startups. Like and more gives you a sense that you couldn't figure out what else you could do, and therefore you just threw a more there. Well, in reality, the truth is that you could say tailored for you, right? Tailored for you would be a much better way to define what this more is, because all it is, it's your business needs data, and Trove can help you reducing the friction to pull the data to your systems or from your system. It's tailored to you, and this is definitely something that I would never want to see on any landing page. Is like and more. This is so sketchy. This makes me wonder, like, I can do more, like what, you know, like why don't you just tell me? Be specific. This is very important. Now scrolling back, and we totally skipped this part because we clicked on learn more. One API, the entire web. Single entry point for the data you need to run your business. So basically this includes, sorry, not includes, but explains the fact that you have one API, which is the Trove API, and you can scrape the whole web. Now, what I would like to see from this is, can you show me? Show me. How do you do it? I need some snippets, some examples, you know, add some balance with like learn more, you know, how you did it for a company, how you did it as a demo. This is fast, scalable, and reliable. It's, you know, the most generic stuff that someone can come up with. Of course, you need it to be fast. Of course, it needs to be scalable. Of course, it needs to be reliable. If it wasn't any of these three, then you'd probably not be in business, right? Because, like, think about Amazon. Amazon is fast, scalable, reliable, and priced well, right? And so is whatever other competitor there. So this doesn't definitely not, this does not help you. Using this copy that is very superficial, you can do so much better. This is my advice, is come up with like headliners, you know, headers that are speaking to the user. And when I mean like speaking to the user, what I mean is you want to talk to them in a way that you're explaining how your solution helps them with their business problems, right? So instead of putting fast, you could say, we understand that speed of scraping speed, you know, is super important for like the latest data, right? That's just a stupid example, but just to give you an idea, like scalable, you know, you might have one query, you might have 10 concurrent queries, or you might have 10,000 concurrent queries. Like, who knows? You might be scraping different, you know, subreddits or Twitter feeds, or, you know, some financial entries of some website. So this stuff needs to be tailored to your audience, and just saying that it's not good enough. So here it shows how it works. Now, this thing here, I would definitely hold on for the onboarding. Putting it on the home page, it's not really adding any value, because at this point, I don't even know if I'm gonna buy this. You know, it's what I'd rather see, instead of like how it works, you know, get a key and then send requests. I'd like to see like a use case. Now, if you use a use case instead of this, you know, you like have a nice use case that shows how you've implemented for maybe company X, and how their metrics, so like the percentage of time spent on doing manual scraping has been reduced, and therefore using your automated service, they're way more efficient and they can spend their time doing other stuff. That is such a better sales point, right? It's something that can sell better. Don't want to implement the API yourself, just need the data. We're experts and we'll deliver data. This is a very nice touch. It basically means, hey, click this button and we'll do the work for you, and then we'll try to help and, you know, basically get you started. This is amazing. Get in touch, you know, pretty good. I would do like get started. It gives you the idea that you can get started today. And then I guess the next part of this is, if I click get in touch, I have like some kind of form that I would fill out explaining what I am trying to do. But what I realized by doing this is that instead, this opens my email account and I send directly an email to someone called Anton. So get in touch, it's okay, but a lot of people are not really, they don't really know yet what they should talk to you about, right? They might just come up with like 2 lines. They're afraid of not being accurate enough. There might be a million reasons why they don't want to email you immediately, but instead they'd rather fill a form where it's more be like yes or no questions and a little bit more guided. That would help a lot. So, guide, help your customers, right? Guide them. This is pretty much what I would do, instead of just like having a good old email form, pop up, or rather, sorry, an email address just being placed on there. Definitely can be worked. And then I like this quote: "Somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known." Carl Sagan. I'm pretty sure this is like a placeholder until you find better testimonials. But it doesn't add anything, and having a call to action that's so empty doesn't help. What I would do instead here for a better call to action is, can you send like a video of how you would implement Trove to a lot of other users, for users rather. So you implement it, take a video screen recording, a video recording of what you do, and then email it to people. So you could say, instead of sign up, is like, leave me your email and I'll send you a tutorial, something like that, or like see it in action. Click here, leave your email, see it in action. It's kind of like what people do when they have webinars, when they have like schedule a demo. Exactly. This is the text. Schedule a demo, right? Like this is what I want to do is schedule a demo. Let's talk, something like that. So much more powerful because you can actually relate to your audience and they can come to you and be like, hey, actually I have this problem with the data I'm trying to scrape and I can't figure it out. If you schedule a demo, they will tell you that, and then you can implement it in real time, and hopefully by the end of the meeting they'll be like, you know what, I'll buy this right away. And maybe doesn't happen very often, but there's definitely more chances that people will click the button if you schedule a demo instead of just signing up. So other things that I don't really understand is your landing page is cool, but there's no videos, there's no screenshots of your app. This feels like a very, very well put together, conceptually landing page, but the content isn't right there. So maybe you can work on that. And I think that's enough information for this one landing page. And I guess, pricing. Oh, there's a pricing page. Sorry, let's keep going. Plans to scale as your need grows. Our pricing is transparent, easy to calculate. Then there's a free trial. So see how you don't ever talk about trial on your landing page, but then here suddenly you're like free trial. That's another thing that doesn't really align, and doesn't really help, because you want to tell always to the customer that they can try your tool for free. It's free, Signing up is not accurate enough when you know that just by browsing your pricing page, you will be able to find the pricing. So might as well just introduce the notion of having a trial in the front page. And then you have a little bit of FAQs, which is good. There's a lack of testimonials, but probably it's because you're very early and you don't have any. So maybe, that's another good thing that I should talk about in one of my future videos. How do you do testimonials when nobody out there has tried your product, right? So food for thought. Let's archive this and let's go back to Indie Hackers. All right, TonicHealth high dose immunity drink. Hey community, hope everyone is healthy. I just launched TonicHealth, natural high dose vitamin drink full of plant extracts and immune boosting vitamins, and I'm looking for some web design feedback. Okay. I like that. Okay. So it took a little bit too long to load, but fair enough. Okay, let's get rid of the cookie thing. So this is British. Interesting. It's definitely, and a good thing to do is if you can automatically localize the website to the geographical region of the, that will give you a so much better experience, right? Because I want to see the prices in dollars. I don't want to see prices in pounds if I can. So anyway, immune systems are good. TonicHealth make, okay, so this text here, I would try to make it a little bit more readable by increasing the font weight. But you can do something like that. It's much easier to. TonicHealth makes you high dose, high impact vitamin drinks for your immune system made with natural plants and no junk. Great. Immune systems are good. And this is pretty smart, you know, you're immediately, you know, you're basically jumping straight into the problem, which is like your immune system is important, and therefore somehow your product will make your immune system stronger. That's a great way to introduce product is without talking about it. Right? You know, for all I know, it could be a meal, it could be something I inject, medicine, but instead it's a drink. So let's see, tonic, high dose, vitamin, high dose. This is a low. Looks like honey, lemon, some berries and raisins. And then here we go. So vitamin drink formula using the power of max strength vitamins and natural plant extract. TonicHealth works immune system in time. 30 micrograms of vitamin. I think that's what E stands for, right? Is it micrograms? Extracts. So this is basically what's in it. Okay. What does it help other than my immunity system? Like, what does it improve? Is that it? It improves my immunity and peace out. Okay. 1 month immunity. So okay, here I can choose the various packages, and then finally customers are leaving reviews down here. That's pretty cool that you can find yourself in all these stores. That's very impressive. I don't understand this. I can see there's like a YouTube video behind, but at the same time it's not clickable, and instead there's text. I totally understand why you did that, but I think a video would be so much more useful. Because if anything, I would even use a video up here, something that, you know, you can immediately look who's the perfect fit for this thing. Who's the persona that you're trying to sell this product to. I like the reviews from the customers, but you know, I cannot relate with them. There isn't any proof that these people, you know what I mean? Like, maybe they are. Do you have this product on Amazon? You have reviews from Amazon, and even there you can fake them. But the problem is, like, it's so easy to just like skip through this and not even read them. They don't pop out. Okay. Blog and science. Okay, this is so much better. I really like it. There's actually science behind it. Am I gonna read this blog post? Probably not, but you know, if I sign up and if I leave you my email, you can start in leveraging this content to like drive people's eyes back into your you know, your website when you email me. Immunity in your inbox, no spam, just a shelter. Perfect. Yeah, this is exactly what I said. You know, you can send me the art, my email, and that way, if I'm a health freak, if I was interested in boosting my immune system, I would definitely leave my email here. And then this is just typical stuff from Instagram. I don't think it's particularly effective. You know, this Instagram feed, there's not much that I would click on. It's very, you know, if it was a video or something animated, then I would maybe click to see the rest. This is just, you know, and then here's testimonials, which are, you know, big newspapers in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, and that kind of gives me the impression that this is a real product and that people people have spoken about it. It'd be nice if you could link to the article mentions, but okay. It's natural next day delivery community. This is another important thing. Next day delivery. I don't think you've mentioned next day delivery anywhere in the page until. And I think sometimes it's really important. People, they won't think tomorrow. They like, you know, I'll buy it if it's here tomorrow, if it's there in 2 days, because otherwise, you know, they'll just forget about it. They'll just get in the mail in 2 weeks or in a week, and they'll be like, hey, what's this? And they might have totally forgotten about it. Instead, if they get it the next day, their memory, right? It's like, oh yeah, I've seen that website yesterday. That's something I purchased, you know. Another option for you would be, do you have, and it's probably, you know, not worth your money or time, but can you give samples? Have any system where you can send maybe one small tonic drink and you know, ship it out in a small envelope, and people like, okay, this is just a sample, I understand. Or maybe you charge something very little, right? Because prices for this, you know, starting from $15. I mean, it's not a lot, right? But still think about it. It's not like a $2 purchase kind of thing. Anyway, all in all, I think, you know, it's not bad. It can definitely be improved, the things I mentioned. But hey, keep at it. Add that video and good luck. Seems like it's a very healthy product. Okay, that was TonicHealth. Who has the prettiest landing page? Let's have a look at this. Let's see him. Post a link below. Find the landing pages inside like really nice, but often not practical. I'll go first with the redesign. WeSat.io. Okay, WeSat. WeSat.io. The easiest way to collect payments for your business. This is a payment process. We give you all the tools you need to run your small business with photographer, designer, instructor. We go. I like that you have a request demo button. Even before signing up, I request a demo. I don't know how many people sign up. Better. I guess if people are in the, you know, they got banned from like Stripe or Amazon Pay, then they're in the look for that, they'll just sign up. Okay, let's get started. This is smart that you give tool right up here. It's kind of like a nice way to hook people's attention. I appreciate it. Site is much more efficient than one we're using today. Interesting. What are they using today? I have a lot more time to spend time. I have a lot more time to spend time in other parts of my business. I would definitely review the English on this, just so that it sounds easy to. Site has helped my husband and I spend less time managing our business and more time getting. But switch from us site and haven't looked. Pricing part is spending less money. So these are cool testimonials, but I think I want to know more. And sometimes it helps that testimonials for such an important part of company's arsenal of tools, right? Like payment processing isn't something that you take lightly. So you might want to add a little bit of information about who these people are. Maybe they have a LinkedIn profile you can add, a LinkedIn logo. Maybe you can explain what company they're from, and definitely try to get them to some case studies. Here it says you accept all MasterCard. No, that's like a feature, right? Like all MasterCards. Nice. This is definitely a better feature. Recurring payments to people, not having to recurring payments, no contracts commitment. Kind of weird that you drop this right here. I've seen a lot of people do that. They'll do like 1, 2 benefits, and then suddenly they drop like, by the way, no contracts. You know, like just pay every month, pay as you go, and then suddenly you jump back into feature split up payments, where it's like, in dealing with large payments, it can be nice to split it. Okay, that's a nice feature. I've never heard of anyone using that, but I can see how this is grab a large chunk of money on a monthly basis, something. Bank transfers. Sad uses think your bank. It's really nice. It is pretty. And then you have more features. You have reminder, line port, market space. View dates and reminder. One of the hardest parts of getting paid. Okay, so you're okay. So generate invoices or reminders for invoices. Nice. And then this thing just hits me randomly here. You know, when you read this way, following this pattern, which is called the Z pattern, you go like image, text, text, image, and then you hit this. You're like, what? And then your image, text, and then suddenly what? And then image, sorry, text, image. Here is our number one priority. So I liked how here the screenshots are very focused on the product, but suddenly here hit me with just like this random person. You know, security is our number one priority. Like a good image could be maybe the face of the CEO, right? Someone who's responsible in the company, who's you say, you know, we build this with the security in mind. This is it's part of our values and our culture, etc., etc. It's a much more effective way than using this this image that's kind of empty. It started WeSat, no credit card requires no commitment. What is the pricing? Right? No mention of pricing up here other than, you know, see anything about pricing. Oh, I guess people at this point, they go and they click somewhere on pricing up here. Simple pricing, 1 cent per transaction. You only pay when you're actually using the service. That is impressive. Oh, okay. You also pay 3% and 1% for the pay. So, yeah. So there's always this catch, right? But I guess, you know, that's because Stripe takes a percentage and then you take a percentage too. This is a long feature table. Is there any way you could make this fit in like one scroll as opposed to multiple? And then this is cool. You have some kind of risk reversal. How much does it cost? Inflation. Yada yada yada. You see, this is not a button. I don't understand this. This is kind of weird to me. You could totally make this into a button if you, right? You could do background color, red, you know, padding, 10 pixel, 10 pixel, rather margin, whatever. Right, I fucked up. But oh yeah, because I should have done it here. And then there you go. You have this big button or whatever, you know, like it kind of like jumps out. It helps you get started, especially because you have such a long list. Like I would try to make this list all fit together. Like I'm already looking at these things and then you hit me with more. This is like more feet. If you have a way to like redesign this part, because when I hit here, I see this and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm kind of already convinced. If it's only so cheap, I kind of want to sign up and I want to give it a go. Is there a free trial, you know? But when you hit me with all this, it's like, whoa, I'm never gonna read this, you know what I mean? So yeah, but this takes you back to, oh no, this is not the homepage. This is different. This is more an explanation of your feature. Okay. You do this thing again where you cut the page with random. Okay, cool. I think that was a good start for feedback. It's a very clean looking design page. I just feel like some of the ways that you organized the elements on your page can be improved. So keep that in mind if you ever decide to tune it up. Okay, let's pick another one. Oh, this one here, because it's got 0 comments. I try always to go for the ones that have no comments so I can give some insight. Let's try this one first. Remove network barriers for your remote teams. Okay, boost productivity of remote teams. Skip DevOps CI during the development. Okay, this is so interesting because here I thought it was some kind of HR tool, but by reading this subheader, I think it's some engineering. How does it work? Connect to a room, you'll join a local network, which leave, you will get local builds. Teammates can access your share builds on Cloud LAN. Light speed debugging and collaborate. Okay. CI/CD, change line, teammates can continue. Okay, so it's a way for letting your teammates always work on the latest change. Interesting. We use at work, we use the branching system of GitHub, and then we have a local copy. But I can see how this makes sense. You don't have like a local copy of the code, and you just want to run everything in a browser, something, or code in a browser. I don't understand this too much. API for testing, and then there's VPN. So is this a VPN or what? What is this tool exactly? Like, what are you trying to do? Boost productivity for remote team. You have basically screen. Is it a screen sharing? I'm very confused. Here it says I'm joining a local network, right? Like kind of like you're virtualizing our environment, or at least my local setup. And then you can shoot. Oh, it's like a tunnel. Okay. See, that's the problem. You need to like make sure that the copy on your page hits directly the features of your product, and more importantly, it does answer what your product solves as a business problem for your customer. Right now, remove network barriers for your remote teams. That's so not widespread. It's so, I'm trying to find the word here. It's so, oh crap. It's a bit, what I'm trying to say is that it's not accurate enough. It's not precise enough. It's too much of an umbrella term, right? Like this can be anything. This could be like teletransportation, could fit this description. So think about how you can explain what your tool does better. I love that you have a screenshot of your product, and it shows how it works with arrows, yada yada yada, but make sure that everything that you show makes sense. Like here, Team VPN, and it's just a random array placeholder, and you have more placeholder, which fair enough. I understand you're probably working on this, so hopefully you can. And hold on, I just realized there's 2 chat buttons. Oh, this is a product hunt one. Okay, well, the advice still applies. Use copy to your advantage. Don't make it your enemy. That's if I were to sum up, your landing page in one sentence. Okay. Where was I? Simply 5. And then what's the next one? Pageably, landing page or feedback appreciated. Your CMS for Notion pages. Cool. Okay. So this blue bar up here, very interesting. Is there a reason why you have so much white space, or rather blue space up here? Pageably is the new way to build a website. It's a content management system that gives your Notion content a front page that you'll be proud of. Fast and beautiful. That's cool. This was made with Notion. So how does it work? 3 steps that you get started: import your Notion, review, custom. I've seen so many of these tools recently. Notion must make a huge amount of money. And it's also kind of scary, because if they make money, from people using this, they might just build it themselves. And then all of this becomes, useless, or rather not useless, but you know what I mean. They'll be like, hey, why should I pay a third party when I get it with Notion, right? Notion Pro. Call to action, add a Stripe button, okay. So How it works is good, you know, import da da da. Now, call to action, this is more like the features, right? So the features is you can add a call to action, stripe button or something. You have analytics, you can brand your own pages, it's fast. Okay. Cool, and you have some examples. This is really nice because you can even like add to your own Notion page some extra screenshots of what this look like. So I can just open one up. So resume, Mario Hayashi, based in London, da 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 da. So basically I can create this in a second. For example, oh, so you basically migrated everything to Notion without checkout CTA. I mean, it's definitely not slow, but it's not the fastest, but it's pretty good. I think you've embedded something like a type form. Pretty cool. So what would I do? I mean, this is different, definitely a niche, software for a niche, aka, you know, people who do no code. I'd have to test this before. Am I sold to the idea? Yeah, I think you need to highlight a little bit better. What's the one thing that makes using Pageably so much better? And in my opinion, you know, my short amount of experience that I've had with Notion is that it's like enhancing all the features that Notion has, right? So you want to say that straight at the top. It's like Pageably will enhance your Notion pages with features that will make, you know, your website much better. And then you go and you jump into what the features are straight out and how each feature solves a different problem. So want to take payments, you can add call to actions. Want to see analytics, easy. Want to customize it, okay. You need your Notion to load faster, perfect. Those are the business problems that people have when they create Notion, right? So I would address those first, then I would do how it works and the pricing and all that. So yeah, not bad, good idea. Definitely something a lot of people can definitely take advantage of using tools like that, especially it's no code, right? So it makes upgrading and updating the website or the blog or like you've shown your portfolio so much faster. So I'm gonna answer that. Landing page for online events for writer, asking for feedback. Oh, right. Let's see, who is this? Yuval. Okay, Yuval, break into UX writing with the writers from Google Maps. JR and Melissa, they're UX writers for. So what is UX writing? Okay. I have no idea what UX writing is. So come along for a chat with UX writing innovators as they reveal how they left the world of design and copywriting for the world of UX writing. So what is UX? Is this a webinar page? Is this a landing page? I'm kind of confused. Oh, it's a landing page for an online event. All right, so let's analyze it. Break into UX writing with the writers from Google Maps. These are the two writers. I understand that they work for Google, or they've worked for Google. Problem is, I don't know what UX writing is. I have to pay $10. I can put my email, address, and I will secure my spot. I like that you tell me kind of like a few time zones. So for me, it'd probably be this one -1. So it'd be 11 a.m. in the morning. You know, you can definitely use some JavaScript to do this automatically for you. So that's number one advice. Can you link who Melissa Sepe Johnston and J.R. Miller are? Is there any way you can link them so I can understand exactly who they are? I can link. Okay, so you have them here. I'd like to like connect with them, see their, you know, who are they? Like, are they LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, anything? Just, I don't know who these people are. I mean, there's a lot of people that work at Google, right? And the writers from Google Maps, I don't know what a writer from Google Maps is. Again, UX writing is a very uncommon thing to discuss, I guess. So this is my impression. I think $10 is a good price. You know, it's not crazy to ask for $10 if it's a webinar that's, you know, good. You have a list of other webinars. Is there any way you can embed what a previous webinar or a snippet of a previous webinar looked like, highlighting certain things like, you know, how the agenda works? Is there time for questions? Yeah. And again, same story here. Clara of Atlassian, Ben of Netflix, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know who these people are, so for me, this 5-star ratings, they don't really mean too much. I would probably just look at the stars and just, you know, the stars here are very big. You probably don't need to make the stars so big. Instead, if you give me the face of Clara, Ben, and Yael, then link them to their Twitter or something, then it's a little bit more credible, right? So it's all about trust and credibility at this point. But other than that, I think this is an okay landing page for an event that you're gonna host. Hope that makes sense. I think I've done this before. Let's see, because most of these have already had comments. Is it the bird? Is it the plane? Is it supposed to be a landing page? This one I said 3 comments. Alright. Let's have a look. 1 hour ago we went live with FeatherFeed. Still no visitors. FeatherFeed. Discover quality content without compromising on privacy. Hard to read. This text here is hard to read. Discover quality content without compromising on your privacy. Compromising on your privacy? Is that... It's wrong. I don't think this sounds right. Without compromising on your privacy. I would say without compromising your privacy. Yeah, I would remove on. And then make this text a bit more readable. Like, it's very simple to do. You just font weight. Too much? 600. 600 works. Heck, maybe even 500. You don't need a 600. There you go. Much better. You see how this versus this makes a whole world of difference? Now, at this point, discover quality content without compromising pure privacy. Let's see, it's a browser plugin. It's a personal digital assistant recommending reads tailored to your interests and daily habits without sharing your information. Oh, so it's like Pocket.com. Alright, cool. Get early access. This is kind of okay. It gives you an idea of what it looks like. I would make it more obvious that this is a plugin. You know, usually plugins have, you know, they embed with the interface of your browser. Enlist now. Enlist. Oh, that's a funny word. I would not use the word enlist for a beta. The same feedback I've given to a lot of other people in this session is like, these testimonials, they don't mean anything unless there's actual people behind it. Because I can write 1 million testimonials a day for 1 million different products, but if I don't mean them, you know, if they're not real, no one's gonna read them, right? The best testimonials you can get is from reputable people in the business. And guess what? It's actually not hard to get testimonials. You just need to spend some time and work. Twitter, Quora, there's a lot of stuff. Save time discovering from your favorite feeds in one neat overview. Reading this, again, it's hard to read. Recommendations tailored to your daily reading habits. Okay. So the way that I would frame this product, it would be more about discovering interesting reads, right? Quality content, like you said, discover quality content without compromising on privacy. So I think the problem that people have is more just like they want to find more things to read of things they're passionate about. Privacy is definitely important, but it's more like a feature, right? It's not really a problem. A lot of people, they don't even know that, you know, it would be a problem, you know, that someone would grab their information and use it for like nefarious ways. Save time discovering from your favorite feeds in one need. Okay, so basically the problem is here, stop wasting time scraping, you know, going through all your websites, you know, all your articles in one place. This is what you'd say. All your articles in one page. Recommendation tailored to your daily reading habits. Here it's like, you know, automatic recommendations of articles that you might be interested in. And then again here it's personalization control of your information with no compromise on privacy. What does this really mean? Personalization and control of your information. Like, what information do you... Huh. Interesting. FeatherFeed works exclusively for you. All data gathered from it and stays with you, and only you decide if you need the information. I mean, you know, so you're giving me the option to share this information. Okay. Interesting. You control. So this is basically you control your own data. All right. How FeatherFeed works. So here, you know, it would be amazing if there was a video. 1, 2, 3 on a product that's not even I can purchase. Just go and take your screenshots from your design, put them on like PowerPoint or whatever, and show, you know, with like an interface how it would work. FAQs. Oh, this thing disappears on hover, so maybe fix that. Again, the text can be improved on how you can read it, like the font is too thin. Try FeatherFeed today to keep your recommendation personally, data private. So again, I never usually comment on ideas, like there might be a huge market for this, I don't know. But when you try and ask me for like get early access or like us, like there's definitely nothing that I can tweet because I've never used this tool. And get early access, again, I haven't seen enough of it to personally want to get early access. What would make me want to get early access is if there was testimonials from people who tried this, or who are like really privacy freaks or conscious, and they would be like, hey, I've tried this, I've spoken with the founder or the creators of this product, and they've nailed this, you know, like this is a great testimonial, something along these lines. And you can even just have a testimonial down here, right, where it says, you know, you have a face, you know, of a person, like a little face, and like their Twitter handle or their LinkedIn, whatever, and then like I've sat down with founder or maker of this product. They are very passionate about privacy, and I think they're gonna create a great thing. And then an arrow, you know, that says, all right, get early access. But yeah, I think that is enough feedback for this page. Testimonials definitely good for early access. And you would say, or like, you know, mock-ups of the interface, you know, anything that can help you, you know, a video, anything that can help you sell the product more. Because when you're early access, you need to like literally leverage as much of like the media that you have and the assets that you generated through like your brainstorming session to sell it, to sell the idea. Even if it's just like interviews with random people on the street, right? That would make for an interesting video. Like something like 90% of the people we interviewed are privacy conscious, and 99% of the people we interviewed read one or more articles a day on the internet. So what if, you know, we could combine the two and give you a privacy focused article recommendation engine? Boom, there you go. That would be your premise for an amazing video. Anyways, I've spoken for about 50 minutes now. This has been an interesting couple of websites that I've given some feedback on. And if you've enjoyed this, consider subscribing to the channel. I will try and go back and timestamp all of these that I've done, and I will put them in the description and reply on Indie Hackers with a timestamp for each one of you guys who have had the misfortune of having their product analyzed by me. There you go. I've said it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next upcoming video in maybe 24 hours or so. Other than that, have a great rest of your day wherever you are. Keep working on your products. Thank you.